What's going on, everyone? Let's talk about 10 useless investments that are nothing but a waste of cash. Now, this is my opinion as a millionaire and someone who's been investing over the last 20 years. So, I've been investing for a long time and I fell for a bunch of these investment scams, and I watch other people fall for some of these um, investments. And not all investments are created equal. Some looks promising up front, but at the end up draining your savings with little to no return. Now, here's 10 common investments that typically don't pay off, and why you're probably better off avoiding them altogether. Now, number one is timeshares that locks you in forever. Timeshares promise a dream vacation, but they rarely deliver it. Highly upfront costs and annual maintenance fees eats away from your budget. Worst of all, it's almost impossible to sell one. And if you're tired of using them, instead of saving your money, you should get flexible vacation rental and give you control without never ending bills. Now, timeshares are horrible. They're hard to get out of, they're hard to sell, and you literally have to get a lawyer to get out of timeshare. Does that sound like a good investment? No. So, please do not fall for timeshares because they're one of the worst investments I have seen people get into, losing thousands and thousands of dollars. On the average person would lose. The average cost of a timeshare is determined by week type, season, whether you can purchase resale or direct resort. But the annual maintenance fee typically costs between $800 to $1,200 a year. And that's not counting the cost of having it as a timeshare. So if you don't know what the concept of timeshare is, you rent out a place and then you share the location with other people to get the location you want. But most of the time, you don't get the time you want. You don't get a return on your investment because no one wants to buy. And then you can't even sell it or get out of the terms. So don't fall into that. Now, the next one is get rich quick schemes. I see people fall for these Ponzi schemes all the time. Anything that guarantees that easy money is usually too good to be true. Quick results, but leaves you worse off. Think pyramid schemes or investment before you can blink. Stick to proven steady investments and avoid anything that smells shady, especially if you're trying to get into any investing. There's almost every single type of investor has a or investment type has a Ponzi scheme in it or a get quick rich scheme. Just like real estate, people will scam families, and cryptocurrency is another one you can fall for. And you see influencers that will do it. On the screen, you'll see a few influencers that screw their followers over with a crypto scam. So, or a Ponzi scheme. So don't fall for it. Number three, it's luxury cars as a status investment. Now, if you never ran a business or never been in a business setting, when you roll up in a fancy car, Rolls Royce, a Lexus, or something that shows off status, it does not make you look better going into that meeting, business meeting, or any other thing. Having a skyrise apartment and anything like that, you're just having a high cost for no reason. Do not pay for luxury cars if you cannot afford it with your passive income. It just loses value and makes no point. Cars are one of the worst investment. Even if you try to buy a collector car, they rarely ever sell for what you buy them for unless you can sit and wait to find the right buyers. So, luxury cars is not a good investment. Do not invest in them. Even collectible cars, you can have a hard time selling them, and they lose value over time unless you get something very rare and uncommon, and a lot of people want them. So don't do that. Try to get into a reasonable car and don't get yourself in debt. Number 4, cryptocurrency without research. Crypto may sound like the future, but diving in without understanding it can lead you to disaster. Do not follow for these pump and dump schemes. A lot of people been making fake crypto or been making crypto under their name. I'm not going to name exactly who, but up on the screen I'll show you some of the articles. Some people lost how much money. And this is a lot of money people have been losing. People have been losing thousands. Some even lost hundreds of thousands on this cryptocurrency. So do your research before you get into crypto. Crypto is not a bad investment if you do your research. And the next one is extended warranty is number 5 on cheap items. Now, stores love upselling items and giving extended warranty. You ever go into Walmart, you buy a $1 broom and say, hey, do you want to buy extended warranty for $5? Man, you just bought a broom for $1. Don't buy the extended warranty. Sometimes it's cheaper just to replace the item than buying the warranty. Save yourself some money and only buy warranty on big ticket items to protect your investment. Don't buy it on the lower end items. And if you buy a warranty for an item, it must be on an item that you use often so you don't get screwed over for not using it. All right. Number 7, fancy fitness equipment that collects dust. All right. Do not buy that $3,000 treadmill or multifunction machine. I know it looks tempting. I know many people say it's good for you, but let's be for reals. Most people who buy gym equipment, it just sits there and gets dust. Unless you have a proven track record that you've been working out for long periods of time, then get it. Like I work out 3 to 5 times a week and have a gym at home. I use my equipment often. So it was worth me investing it. But people who do not go to the gym or trying to get into the habit of going to the gym, don't buy gym equipment. Go get a gym membership or a small fitness tool that are more affordable and flexible options to purchase and try it out for a while. And if you can stay committed, then buy the big purchase. But do not buy the big ticket item because I go on eBay, I go on auctions, I go on Facebook Market and find them all the time for a fourth of the price and never been used and resell them. Now, I used to do this and make pretty good money just because people are always buying gym equipment that are lightly used or trying to start a gym. Now, number 8 is real estate deals in bad areas. Now, I know buying real estate in cheap properties, you can make a good return. But repairs, vacancy issue, and low resale value often outweighs the saving up front. So just because you got a great bargain on a location, on a house because it's selling for cheaper, you are most likely going to have to sell that house for a discounted price, just like when you bought the house. So I'll give you an example. If you buy a house, it looks lovely on the outside. It's in a decent neighborhood, but it's right by the dump. You cannot move away from that dump. That dump's going to be there for the lifetime of that house. Your house is going to look good on pictures, but right when they show up, all they're going to smell is trash. And guess what? It's going to be hard to sell, and it's not going to rent out because no one wants to smell that all the time. So think about before you purchase a cheap real estate property, make sure it's in a good location. Real estate is about location, location, location. Now, number 9 single stock investment without diversify. Do not put all your money into one hot stock. It's too risky. I am sorry, not all stocks are going to be worth it, and they will be some ups and downs. You need to diversify your portfolio, or you can wipe out your investments. I give you an example. If you go into some of these tech stocks and the next day they go bankrupt, or you find out the CEO was corrupted and made up all these numbers, here's an article about one that if you invest 100% in that one company, guess what? You just lost all your money or majority of your money and cannot do nothing. So do not put all your eggs in one basket in investing in stocks, and make sure you diversify. All right, number 10, overpriced tech upgrades. So one of the biggest issue I have is people upgrading their phones every single year. And phones are very expensive. Stop chasing the latest phone, tablet, smartwatch every year. Those are not investments. Those are consumables. At the end of the day, if they break, you lose money. If they, if next year they change it, guess what? It depreciates in value. At the end of the day, you buy a $2,000 phone, and guess what? It depreciates every day you use it, every day you have it. It's not worth investing a lot of money. And if you do spend $2,000 on one, try to keep the phone for at least 2 to 3 years before you upgrade. Then if you factor in you used it every day, you got your money's worth. But if you upgrade it every year, you lose money, and the return on a phone is not that good. So this is number 10. I apologize. I miscounted. So number 10, penny stock that promise a big return. So a penny stock seems very cheap, affordable, and has a high possible return because you look on Reddit, you look on the Google, and people are saying this is the next surge stock. Do not put a bunch of money in penny stocks because the promised big return does not always happen. Now, it can happen, but 9 out of 10 times it will not happen. Do your due diligence before you invest in a penny stock, and do not chase it. Invest what's proper and see what it does. Now, you can get a good return on penny stocks. I have gotten great returns, but most of them are duds at the end of the day. So make sure you do your due diligence. And penny stocks are not made for day trading. If you're day trading a penny stock, then you're most likely going to lose money. I always recommend you are investing in that company. You should expect to hold it for at least 5 to 10 years. All right. So here's a tip for you. Learn to spot better investments. Not every opportunity is a great deal, a great investment. And just think about it like this. If you only have 3 or 4 chances to invest, what are you going to invest in? You're going to take your time and do a bunch of due diligence. Just like the great Warren Buffett says, if you only have a few trades, you're going to have a great return because you're going to take your time and effort to look into all your investment to make sure you get your money back. You don't want to risk your money and lose out. So make sure you do your due diligence and you're good to go. Now, if you want to invest, there is a lot of signs you're ready to invest. But at the end of the day, make sure you don't invest anything that you're not scared to lose. And that's all I got for you. Those are my 10 investments that you should avoid because they're not really investment and you will lose money. Like, subscribe to my video, and that is all I got for you.